This video is brought to you by my friends at Thrive Fantasy, the daily fantasy sports app for player props. Use promo code TUGI when you sign up today, and you'll receive a 100% instant first deposit match up to $100, plus 2 free contest entries when you deposit at least $10. Download Thrive Fantasy on the App Store, the Play Store, or by visiting their website at www.thrivefantasy.com. Sign up and prop up today. All right, everybody, we're back with our Flames franchise. Of course, we have our Arizona Coyotes playthrough, but we also have our Calgary Flames franchise. It must be done. It is Draft to Glory, of course, in a series where we are only allowed to draft players from the 5 Albertan WHL teams. It's as bad as it sounds. Our first draft was pretty shit. And of course, as certain contracts come due, we will be letting go of those players, but leaving them for now, because why the hell not? So we're heading into free agency. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Did I ever finish my MLB franchise? I think so. I played MLB as a game. I always play the ever-loving hell out of when it first comes out. And then I kind of burn out on it. Like, that's been my typical kind of deal with other sports games that aren't hockey. Play the ever-loving hell out of it, and then, yeah, take a break. And at this point, it's January. We might as well wait 2 months before the new show is out, right? All right, we need like 7 defenders, because I'm not going to sign any of our prospects, and then the rest can obviously be forwards. So let's see what we got. We got $27 million in cap. To the free agent list we go. We won't be signing anybody good, but again, the likes of Nazem Kadri, Joe Pavelski, of course, Goodrow, Mangiapane, Matthew Tkachuk, the guys that we let go over out there. I can't wait for Tugi WWE 2K22 GM mode. I will not be purchasing that video game, more than likely. I have no desire to purchase anything with a WWE logo on it. So, probably not. As fun as it could be, you'll have to wait until the AEW game comes out. That'll likely be the next time I do anything wrestling related, unless it's old school. I hate you. BBG, I'm sorry, but I can't support that garbage-ass company. Can't do it. There are some companies in life where it's like, hey, I just have to admit to the fact that there's some shitty stuff surrounding these companies, but I really don't have any other options. I have other options wrestling-wise, you know? Like, for the most part, there aren't too many pairs of shoes you can buy as a person in, you know, in this world where you're like, God, do I really I have to question how these shoes were made. There's not too many options, at least that are affordable, for fuck's sake. Yeah, wrestling-wise, no, fuck them. All right, we are going to sign Carter Hutton. And, oh God, what are we going to sign him to? Have you ever tried Journey of Wrestling? No. I think I've heard of it, though. I think I've heard of it. I haven't been big on wrestling games in a while, man. I really haven't. Like, I do have a bunch of the old SmackDown versus Raws and stuff like that. Obviously, like the N64 stuff, PS2 era, but I don't know. Wrestling games have been tough. The one I played the most recently was made by a buddy of mine. It's the Action Arcade wrestling game that was once affiliated with Chikara before they went under. And buddy busted his ass to make that what it is. Let's see. Let's sign Andre Sakara. Paulina with the 1,000 bits. I'm now 1 year closer to my late 20s. Oof. Paulina, we are about a month away from me turning 28. So don't worry. Don't worry. While Endo yells about nonsense, we can talk about how it sucks to get old. It'll be a good time. Let's sign Jack Johnson. We have to. We have to. We gotta sign Jack Johnson. Just for J-Fresh. Marc-Andre Gragnani. Yes. No, that's right. He doesn't have a picture. Fuck it. Never mind. Keith Yandel. Come on down. Again, we gotta sign just a bunch of dudes. A bunch of old dudes. Mark Stahl, I turned 31 earlier this week, so I'll be waiting for you guys. There you go. Yeah, we don't have to get into talking about the age game. But, oh God, I just accidentally offered Mark Stahl 7 years. Oh no. Ooh. Oh no. Well, 7 years of Mark Stahl, baby. Let's do it. Fuck. Oh, God. Who'd you rather have make an NHL game if you hate 2K? Oh, I don't hate 2K. I like NBA. I love the old 2K games. It's not a matter of hating 2K as to why I won't buy WWE, unless you weren't asking that to me. Yeah, 2K has nothing to do with it as to why I won't buy the game. It has everything to do with the company that the game is for. So we got 7 years of Mark Stahl. That's good to know. Let's sign Alex Biega. Nighthawk, hello. How are we? Look at Alex Biega's beautiful bald head. And we'll also sign Matt Irwin to help fill out this roster. Matt Irwin's very intense eyes. And from there, we'll wait on Jumbo. We'll see if some of the other veterans sign. And then we'll save them from the free agent list to fill out the team. Of course, we also sent out a bunch of offers to staff members. We'll see what we're dealing with there. Justice Dixon, by the way. Misunderstood the hate for 2K. I mean, I won't say... Oh, God, Mark Stahl accepted. I won't say that, like, 2K... I mean, God, what video game company isn't problematic nowadays, you know? But, no, 2K is fine. I mean, NBA 2K could be a little bit predatory with the microtransactions, but what sports game isn't nowadays? But, all right, we got $21 million in cap space. I need to sign a bunch of forwards to help fill out the roster. Ender, thank you for the bits, by the way, as well. I'm sorry, I kind of got overshadowed by Mark Stahl. We are going to sign Joe Thornton. But also, thank you for cheering me up. Ender, what the hell happened with your television? Thank you for the bits again, but what the hell happened? I don't want to sign Dustin Brown, or do I? We'll hold off on Dustin Brown. Let's go for Brian Boyle. I broke it. What'd you throw something at it? Did you knock it over? Like, what happened? You can't just say you broke a TV. Unless you're my mom. When I was in 9th grade or 8th grade. And I sassed her. And she said, listen here, you little shit. And then threw my TV across the road. That is a true story, by the way. And that TV survived. Screen shattered. Must buy mom-safe television, buddy. I could have told you that. If you're going to buy a TV, make sure it's mom-throwable. I'm not joking either. Grandfather's grave, that happened. Was it a Nokia TV? It was like a secondary market television. It wasn't a brick TV. It was actually like really... It was one of those small TVs. D-Lo. Got to do that D-Lo Brown head bobble. Thank you for the follow. That was for you, BBG. God damn. Gotta break out the chest protector. See, Razor Sharp went to the same joke. It's great. Yeah, it was like a small-ass TV, though. So, what are you gonna do? And like I said, it lived. It was a good time. It was a good time. Oh, well, I hit the wrong button there, didn't I? Not the only wrestling guy in here. Right, but I'm trying to cheer you up because your guy got beat in Fight Night. Just trying to cheer you up, you fucking loser. You ever thought about winning sometime? Jesus. All right. Let's sign the vets. Let's do it. Let's do it. Mom throwable. Stop pending quotes. Good, it should be. We're going to sign Dustin Brown because I don't want him to rot on the free agent list. Same with Eric Stahl. We'll bring in the veterans. What is there to do in Rhode Island? Your colleagues. I have never been to the state of Rhode Island in my life. So I do not have an answer for you. I have never stepped foot in Rhode Island. What is there to do? I don't fucking know. Go to Providence and drink. It's Rhode Island. What's there to do in Rhode Island? Drink. Have fun. That's all you're gonna get. Go watch the Providence Bruins. Go watch them baby bees. Alright, we'll sign Linus Omark here too. There's some good breweries in Providence. Oh, exactly. You thought I was joking. You thought I was joking. That's why I brought it up. My God, Evgeny Malkin's still a free agent. Somebody will sign him. Let's bring in Bobby Ryan. I hate it here. I'm sorry, BBG. I'm sorry. All right. We'll rescue Bobby Ryan from the free agent list. Phil Kessel will sign somewhere, I'm sure. I'm sure. To the beginning of the next season. Now, what I'm not going to do, honestly, is look at like what other teams look like because it's going to drastically change. We know the AI sucks at managing stuff. Although maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I look at what other teams look like? As Philip Danault has been traded to the New Jersey Devils, along with Matt Roy, for Shakir Mukhamadullin, Chase Stillman, and a third. That's not a bad trade. That's not a bad trade. New Jersey gets better now. LA gets more prospects. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Once went to Rhode Island for the Patriots training camp, like 99, and met Drew Bledsoe at a random restaurant. Nice. It's my only response. Just nice. All right, it's $10 million in space. Rem Pitlick didn't get signed. That's a shame. All right, any other vets that we want to save? Rich Kloon, Nick Bergfors, Michael Frolik. We'll save Michael Frolik. Oilers are the #1 trend in Canada. It's fine though, guys. The players are just agitated and pissy. It's not that they're not good enough. With a management group that's completely incompetent. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, I think we're good. Sign those last two dudes. See what our team looks like for the year. Alright. First things first, actually. Well, no, we gotta set up the team, then we gotta see what our best coaching staff option is. So, Markstrom and Vladar will still be the goaltending tandem. We'll call up the Dubnik. And that way Dustin Wolf can play, because we don't want to completely crush Dustin Wolf. Defense is going to be Hanifin Tanev, Anderson Stahl, Erwin Sekera. Oh, God. Valimaki can get one more season in the AHL. That's all right for him. I like Andre Sekera, but we're going to send him down for Jack Johnson. The only question is whether or not I turn off injuries. And honestly, I think I'm going to. And then our forwards, let me move over here so nothing's cut off. 10, 11, 12. Which means Louis would be the odd man out. Man, Pelletier and Pedersen are both really close, and we're not going to be able to use them. That's tragic. Hate to say it, we gotta drop Louis Eriksson. Hate to say it. So the team this year, again, because we're not just going to immediately drop everybody. The team this year, let's see what we got. We got a lot of natural centers. Going to want Brian Boyle on the left. We're also going to want Backlund at center. And then, is there a way to put Stahl at center? There is. So, oh my God, this team's going to suck. Oh, this team is going to suck. Yep. Coleman, Lindholm, Dubé, Boyle, Thornton, Monahan, Brown, Boyle, Backlund, Ryan, Lucic, Stahl, Bozak. Ugh. Defense, Hanifin Tanev, Erwin Anderson, Johnson, and Mark Stahl. I'll actually make that switch there and put Mark Stahl with Rasmus Anderson. So this is good, actually, because we're not, like, outright tanking, but this team is still going to blow. This team is going to suck. I just want to make sure that there are no prospects that are overly good. Yeah, Solovyov. Probably get Jan Kuznetsov in there. And then Sekera. Mackey, we don't have to worry about. Let's get Solovyov in there. Perfect. Actually, we're going to want Jeremy Poirier to be on that top line. Good. I'm glad I got the non-copyrighted song that has fucking birds chirping again. Nothing to really set the tone for some franchise like some chirping birds. All right. We are good. We are good. I'll just have to find the best coach for the job. And let's go turn off injuries so we can make some good progress. Let's see what we got. I actually do think I'll take a quick look around the league to see what's up in regards to player developments. So we'll take a really quick look. Also, head coach clearly is Ryan Precht. Highest rated coach that we have. Because a bunch of the other coaches rejected, unfortunately. So Hugo Jaguar, Holmberg, you can go. Let's get you to an associate role. You to the AHL head coach role. Alright, need 2 coaches and a goalie coach. teams am I allowed to draft from again? We have the Calgary Hitmen, the Edmonton Oil Kings, the Lethbridge Hurricanes, Medicine Hat Tigers, and the Red Deer Rebels. Basically the entirety of the Central Division in the WHL with the exception of the Swift Current Broncos. That is what we are allowed. Alright. Rocky Riki, or the Richie. The Riki. Mike Riki. Richie. The Riki. Alright, let's hope he accepts that. And we'll also go for Rafael Lacouture. Why not Swift Current? Because it's not in Alberta. That's why. They're in Saskatchewan. We're going Alberta only. The Reese. It's not a peanut butter cup, Endo. Don't be stupid. Jesus. It's in the water up there. My God. Theodore Krupp. I shall rename you Gunter. And then we will sign Sven Stallberg. I spat out my Dr. Pepper. Oh, God. All right, that should be good. I'm ready for the Panthers to dunk 7 on Spencer Martin. Oof. What'd Spencer Martin ever do to you? I totally forgot to sign scouts, but that's okay. We don't need that many scouts. We really don't. All right, so one more look over then the chemistry. It's fine. Cool. So we're good for this season then. We are good to go. Let's sim ahead. Let's see what we got for other teams. And we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen with our second season Blanus. What's up? There's all of our coaches are there. All right, so let's take a quick look around the league. Obviously, we'll get to see where the likes of Johnny Gaudreau and Matthew Tkachuk ended up going. Blanus, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. See what these lines look like. So Zegras is up to an 89. Troy Terry's a 90. I dare someone to call that unrealistic. Perreault and Lundstrom looking good. McTavish still in their lineup. They signed Ryan Strome. That's a dope team. They also signed Spurgeon. Drysdale's an 87. Gibson and Stolarz in goal. Guru, Steele, and Luff as scratches. The Coyotes. Genther, Schmaltz, and Keller. Looking pretty damn good, Clayton. Good stuff. Looking pretty good. Also, they signed Evan Rodriguez. Chicken and Timmins. Sheelington ended up in Arizona. Not bad. Kemper, Vamelka. Kessel, Hayton, Gagne as scratches. Oof. Bruins, Hall, Bergeron, Pasternak. So they kept Bergeron. They are running Marchand at center. And they've completely brutalized Charlie Coyle. Hate to see it. McAvoy went up to a 96. Good lord. Grizzly Carlo, Forberg, Clifton. Rask stayed. How much did Tuukka sign for? 4.3. It's not bad. Halla and Vakanainen as the scratches. Oops. Johnny Gaudreau to Buffalo. 9.5 for 7 years. Not bad. They also signed Burakovsky, Cousins, and Krebs looking good. Tage Thompson looking good. Dahlin's a 91. John Klingberg. 8x6. Pricey. Oh, and Power made their lineup. Bernier and Kopeka Luukkonen. Nice scratch Victor Olofsson, who re-signed for 4 years at $3 million. Great team management there. Seth Jarvis is dope. Aho's better. Svechnikov and Natchez. My God. It's a hell of a team. Slavin Pesci. I don't know why the Rangers conducted themselves the way they did. Oh, God. Anderson and Ranta. Nothing too crazy there. CBJ, Line A, Sillinger, Bjorkstrand. Again, nothing too crazy there. Werenski and Boqvist. My God. Have fun, Columbus. Have fun this season. They're good enough that they have Max Domi and Jack Roslovich scratched. That's an approach. That's a choice. DeBrincat, Taves, Kane, Kubalik, Doc, Barabanov. And again, obviously, you know, you have morale as a factor too, because Barabanov went up by a couple overall points, and he is 28. So Seth Jones went up like 3 overall points, for God's sakes. So player morale is something. AI management of their goaltenders, though, is still shite. Absolute shite. McKinnon and Rantanen are both gods. Newhook and Nichushkin looking good. Landeskog looking good. Makar is up to a 95. Goddamn. Campbell and Elliott. Dallas, Robertson, Hintz, and Antonio Stranges. Pavelski went up to a 90. Player morale be nuts. Miro's up to a 94. They added Brendan Smith on defense. Ottinger looking good. Zach Parise signed in Dallas. Detroit, Verano, Larkin, Raymond. My God. Bertuzzi, Berger, and Zadina. They signed Claude Giroux and Evgeny Malkin. That's a hell of a deal for Claude Giroux. My God. And an even better deal for Evgeny Malkin. Arguably. Mark Giordano ends up in Detroit next to Moritz Seider. Also signed Beauty. Leah Beauty. Costa's looking unreal. Nedeljkovic still looking great. Detroit is going all in. Season 2 Stanley Cup. Here we go. Make it happen. God. Yeah, McDavid's still a 96. Craziness. Defense. Nurse Bouchard. They traded for OEL. He's with Tyson Barrie. No defense allowed is the name of that pairing. Stuart Skinner and Mike Smith, the goaltenders. Okay. A bit of Barkov Duclair, Verhaeghe Lundell Tippett. Reinhardt on the 4th line, but Panthers are a wagon. Uyghur and Ekblad. Got that former Buffalo pairing. Shout out to 40 save shutout, Mr. Sergei Bobrovsky. Zingle went to Florida. Kings have Byfield, Kopitar, Arvidsson. Yeah, Follows looking great. Kempe's down to a 79 just to spite Crash Andrews. Dursey looking good. Clark looking good. Still have Peterson and Quick in goal. Kaliev, Anderson, and Walker. Wow, they butchered Sean Walker's morale. That's tough. Minnesota, Kaprizov, Hartman, Boldy. My God. Greenway, Zuccarello went up to a 90. My God. Morale is on one, and Marat Kuznetsov makes their team. I do believe next to 2 fellow Russians. Good job, Minnesota. Get that Russian 4th line. Risto somehow get a 3-year deal. Kakin and Talbot not looking too bad. Wouldn't have Carson Lambeau scratched, but that's just me. Habs have Caulfield, Suzuki, Gallagher. Good bounce up for Hoffman, Anderson. Paling looking usable. Romanov, Petrie. Carey Price, number 1, Golar. Drouin scratched. Saboro went to the dark side. Devils have Brad Heischer, Mercer, Deno, Hughes, Hornqvist. And Hughes is an 88. $6 Hamilton. Ty Smith up to an 81. Devils are looking great, too. Blackwood and DeSmith. Murray, Strawman, Graves, all the defensemen. Preds, Forsberg, Nazem, Kadri to Nashville. 9x4. Not unrealistic for him. Jeannot, Tomasino, Granlund. Duchesne's on the 3rd line. Yossi Carrier. In goal, Jussi Saros and Connor Ingram. Nasham Kadri. Oof. I wouldn't call that contract unrealistic for Nazem Kadri. Not at all. Look at how much Ryan Johansson's getting paid. Look at how much Ryan Johansson's getting paid. IRL. Off of a career-high 64 points. You know? Actually, well, I guess it was 71 back in CBJ. It was that long ago. And Nazem is over a point per game right now. Kadri could realistically get paid $9 million. He could. He absolutely could. Noah's Barzal Wallstrom, Matthew
good for you.
Tkachuk, Jay Dalton. Thank you for the follow. Matthew Tkachuk ended up with the Islanders for 7 years at $8 million. Damn. They also signed Paul Stastny. Patrick Pollock, Matt Dobson, Sala Mayfield. And goalie-wise, Sorokin, Martin Jones. Brock Nelson and Anthony Beauvillier are scratched. Can't wait until NHL 23 to fix that, probably. Panarin, Zibanejad, Laffy are ridiculous. Kreider, Kakko, I don't know why they're running Kakko at center, but it's fine. Goodrow, Hedel, Pitlick. Lindholm and Fox is a beast. Keandre Miller and Lundqvist are both looking good. Also, they signed Hampus Lindholm. 6.5 for a year. Shesterkin's down to an 85. It's a bit rough. It's a little bit rough. Sens have, of course, Tkachuk, Norris, Batherson. Tkachuk, Norris. Dylan Strome, Tim Stützle, Connor Brown. Ridley Gregg makes the team. Damn. Formanton on the fourth line. More like Formanton, am I right? Shabbatsa, Mete Brandstrom, Dosado Zaitsev. Marc-Andre Fleury to Ottawa. Pittsburgh, how's it look? Fleury signed $5 million for the year. Got Lassie Thompson as a scratch, not ideal. Flyers, Farabee, Couturier, Konechny. They ended up with JT Miller. Five and a quarter for the year. They ended up with Ryan Getzlaf, so he stays in Orange. 2 years at 3.6. Tyson Forster makes the team. Sanheim Ellis, Provorov Braun, Cam York, and Wyatt Wiley. And Katahat with Kozanash, whatever the hell. Yeah, Zaitsev is still on that contract. Oof, Hayes and JVR both scratched to start the year. Penguins have Gensel, Crosby, Puistinen. No real new additions, though. Major new additions, I should say. Like they brought in Como and Abe Kubel. Dumoulin, Letang, Goligoski signed. Still got Jari, P.O. Joseph, and Pedersen are scratched. Kraken had Tatar, McCann, Eberle. 4.5 for Tatar this year. Defense. No major additions. Like they brought in Will Butcher. Grubauer, Dreger in goal. Dyson Mayo brought in on defense. Sharks have Meyer. They kept Hurdle. $9 million for 6 years. Eklund at an 80. Shane Wright at an 82. Nobody showed us the sin. His reaction will cause seismic activity in the state of California, if you get what I mean. Boner. Edler, Burns, no other major additions, but they did sign Alex Edler. 6.25. Goalie-wise, Reimer and Hill. Scott Radius scratched. Also, the Kraken are beating the Sharks, so nobody talked to Sin at all. St. Louis. Thomas and Kyrou both looking great. Barbashev still looking okay. Again, he'll be a higher overall eventually if he keeps playing the way he is IRL. That Marchand injury. How about you shut the hell up? Tampa. Sorelli. Man, Point and Kucherov both went up to 96. Holy God. All right. Hedman went up to a 94. That's a 93. Loka.
Oh, jeez.
Highly unnecessary.
Can I get some slices in the chat, everybody?
Because he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
Loka, thank you for the 30 gosh darn dang months. You're beautiful. As is Austin Matthews' mustache at a 96 overall. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And as is tradition, Jack Campbell left, but we don't know where the hell he went yet because he wasn't on Arizona. Mangiapane went to Vancouver. Loka, thank you for the 30, buddy. How are you tonight? With Patterson and Garland, Hoglander, Horvat pulled Colson. Besser's on the third line. Defense, Hughes, Myers, Duncan Keith, of course, that they traded for. Goalie-wise, was he on Colorado and I missed him? Huh. Guess I just missed him. Also, they signed Radulov. Look, I will keep it up for as long as I can. Not sexually, but, you know. The new roster is out, Ski. Yes. Indeed it is. James Neal back in Vegas. Love to see it. Leonard and Brassois. Winnipeg. Connor Scheifele for the Ellers. Dubois, Perfetti, Wheeler. Okay. Schmidt, Pionk. Hellebuck and Berdeen. Stanley as a scratch. And then Washington. Ovi, of course, still looking great. Which is beautiful. You miss him because I remember you saying his name. Ah, well, fuck. Just kind of overlooked the fact that it was Jack Campbell on Colorado. Fair enough. Well, let's go see what he signed for. Yeah, you're right. Maybe just because he was an 85, it caught me off guard. Only got a one-year deal. Only got a one-year deal. So those are what the other teams are looking like. Let's get a little bit of simming in there, shall we? And honestly, I'm going to turn auto rotate back on. It might affect Dustin Wolf a little bit. But right now, we are not really... I should have gone from the other way. We are not really caring that much about how good our team does. Obviously, we are rooting for them to fail. The more they fail, the better for us. And hopefully, maybe, possibly, we get some good draft picks this year because last year's draft for us absolutely sucked. No disrespect. But, yeah. Last night's draft, or the other night, that draft is just terrible. And so far, this team is poo-poo. Which is great. Not great for the guys who are stuck on this team and being held hostage. Mark Stahl. But, yeah. No, we're looking good. 5-17-2. We are worse than expected. Just beautiful. When Sean Monahan's leading the team in scoring, that's a good sign. So draft class-wise, unfortunately, Connor Bedard is not available to us because Regina is in Saskatchewan and not Alberta. But in the W, since we can't get Bedard, we also cannot, of course, get Zach Benson, which would be great. Can't do it. We cannot get Braden Yager, which is also unfortunate. We cannot get Nate Danielson. We cannot get Riley Height. We can, however, get Oren Strom. So there is at least somebody half decent that we're going to be able to draft. Thank God. Sam Maremba won't work out. Cohen Zemmer won't work. Callan Lind will be available. So at least two decent people that we can pick up. Reed Anderson also out of Medicine Hat. Oh my God, and that's it. Look at how far it goes from decent first rounders to nobody. Oh no. Oh no. This idea might be worse than I thought. Again, we have a real limited pool of players we're going to be able to draft from. Only 5 teams we can draft from. And, yikes. 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 This is, this is problematic. This is problematic. People wonder why the WHL is considered the lesser league of the CHL. Well, fortunately for us right now, that's proven to be the case. In our journey of only getting homegrown talent, so to speak. Oh, Danielson's from Red Deer. No, we can't make that exception. Can't do it. Can't do it. Rules is rules. If I break rules on my series where it's designed to have fun, people lose their fucking minds. Alright, let's see what kind of crazy-ass trades happen. Matt Dumba and Jacob Trouba. Dumba in a 7th for Trouba in a 2nd. Interesting. That's a wild trade. Not because Minnesota was involved, but just in general. That was the one major move. Martin Jones, a 3rd and a 4th for Jason Spezza, Tristan Zandy in a 6th. Andy Green, a 3rd and 2 others for Frank Nazar. Marco Casper, they had to be a major pick going to the Blues. Ryan Donato to Nashville for Ryan Johansson's contract. And prospect Igor Afanasayev. So the Kraken, that's actually a good trade. Like, the Kraken agree to take on Ryan Johansson, but they do get a really good prospect back in return for taking the deal. That's actually a fair deal. And Nashville frees up a crap ton of cap space. Chicago trades Nolan Allen, Jensen Martinson for Scott Mayfield and Casey Cizikas. That's a Chicago trade. Sean Walker for a 2nd and a 3rd. He's off to Dallas. Tyler Ennis off to Tampa. Marc-Andre Fleury goes back to Chicago. Islanders get Sam Arukov. Detroit reacquires Thomas Tatar and Carson Soucy for prospects, including Jared McIsaac. Adam Brooks to the Rangers for Zach Jones. That's an interesting one. I think they plummeted Zach Jones' overall because he was scratched. Alex Formenton gets traded essentially for a package that includes Max Domi in a 2nd. JG Pageau for 2 seconds, so the Islanders shed a bit of cap space there. Connor Brown. Again, I hate that you can never see all the assets involved. Ryan Murray to Montreal for Brendan Ooh, wow. So Ryan Murray, a 2nd and a 3rd for Gallagher and Armia. Devils win that trade for sure. Devils won that trade for sure. It's one of the most lopsided trades we've seen so far off this new roster update. Interesting. Interesting. Let's keep it going. We need to figure out just where exactly we're going to be. Just where exactly we're going to be. And hopefully, I mean, obviously, like, we're going to end up with somebody good. Like, we're going to have a lottery pick. I'm going to be able to get somebody good. This is why I don't like to look at the draft ahead of time, but I figured we would this time. So the season has come to a close. We were predictably trash, which is great news. Dylan Dubé led the team in points at 59 points at 21 goals. Let's take a look here. So Vegas, Edmonton, and Vancouver all made the playoffs. We were dead last in our division, which is 51 points. In the Central, you had Colorado, St. Louis, Nashville, Chicago, and Winnipeg make it. Let's see. In the Atlantic, Tampa, Toronto, and Detroit. Wow. Big setback for Boston. And in the Metro, Pittsburgh, Carolina, New York, Washington, and CBJ. I think we were officially the worst team in the league. 2 years in, baby, and we're the worst team in the league. That is near record time without doing a fantasy draft and getting rid of everybody. That is record time for us to be complete trash. Love it. Let's look at the scoring around the league here. We're going to ignore what we just saw. So high scoring, high shots are still on. McKinnon hit 120 points. Crosby, Gensel, 117 each. Panarin, 117. Stone at 115. Rantanen, Kucherov, McDavid. Okay, high is outrageous, man. It's outrageous. Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Pacioretty, Braden Point. Okay, it's a bit much. It's a little bit much to leave these rosters on high. 62 goals for Pacioretty, 60 for Ovechkin. Numerous 50-goal scorers. Yeah, we're going to have to tune that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Because when we get to defensemen, Crystal Tang put up 141 points. High is a bit overkill. Adam Fox had 127 and 112 for Cale Makar. Woof. Also, Brett Pesce had 97 points, for God's sakes. My goodness. 101 assists, but Adam Fox had the most assists with 112. Goalie-wise, with an .885 save percentage, the Vezina goes to a .916 for Hellebuck and Vasilevsky. Likely enough to win the Vezina. UC Saros at a .915. So yeah, .916 is really like the highest save percentage amongst the starter in the league. And in the rookie race, 64 points for Quinton Byfield, who likely just won the Calder. So good for Quinton. Oh man, maybe we should just leave it on high for the hell of it. I mean, it's 2 seasons with the AI just going absolutely nuts. Just setting the world on fire with their scoring. Like, just pure craziness. Pure craziness. 64 points and a -13. What are you gonna do? As the Washington Capitals have won the Season 2 Stanley Cup. They did so beating the Colorado Avalanche in 7 games in the Cup final. Was that a rematch from the year prior? Actually might have been. Let's take a look. My God, how did Colorado lose with McKinnon and Rantanen scoring like that? It's like all Kuznetsov and Ovi. My God. High scoring is craziness. 921 for Samsonov, though, in 23 games. It's beautiful. And in terms of the awards, I was right, it was a rematch. No, it wasn't. It was Tampa and Chicago last year. So Washington becomes the first team not named Tampa to win the Cup since 2019. Crystal Tang won the Art Ross. He also won the Hart and the Norris and the Lady Byng. Calder went to Puistinen. Quinton Byfield got jobbed. Kuznetsov the Conn Smythe. Vasilevsky won the Vezina. Jack Adams, the Pittsburgh's coach. Selke to Ryan O'Reilly. Ted Lindsay went to Crystal Tang, and the Rocket Richard went to Max Pacioretty. AHL, Mr. Pettersson. Matthias Emilio Pettersson was the top point getter. Nick Bedan was league MVP. Wyatt Kalynuk was the top goal scorer. Generated guy, Nick Bedan, top defenseman. Top goalie, Makiniemi. MVP of the playoffs, Christian Wolanin. Interesting. Connor Letang put up 141 points. We have the scoring at its maximum, and he went off. So I don't know if we'll have the scoring at its maxed out point for the next season, because it's pretty ridiculous. We'll have to make that decision. For now, the main event, draft lottery time. Okay. And we keep the number 2 overall pick. We do fall from 1. Boston wins the lottery. Philadelphia, 13th up to 3. So we will have the 2nd overall pick, which, to be honest, pretty damn good.